WarioWare Move It is the latest entry to the WarioWare series, coming out on November 3rd as a Nintendo Switch exclusive. Who would have thought 2 WarioWare games will be on the Switch, but unlike Get It Together, Move It is set to be the successor to the 2006 Nintendo Wii game Smooth Moves. So what's it about? Is it worth the purchase? Well, you've come to the right video, as this is another everything you need to know before you buy, where I gather all the news and trailers from an upcoming game, showcasing the story, the gameplay, and formulate an opinion on whether you should buy this game, giving you some guidance and knowledge. So here's everything you need to know before you buy WarioWare Move It. The WarioWare series started in 2003. Excluding Move It, there's a total of 10 games throughout the series, and the stories within these games focuses on Wario, his company called WarioWare Inc., and his friends in Diamond City who developed microgames for his company. For those who don't know, WarioWare is known for its collection of short minigames called microgames. Microgames last about a few seconds, and your task is to complete the microgame correctly within that time frame. These microgames are very simple, like shaving facial hair, dressing up, and even picking a nose. Throughout, you'll be entering stages where 1 or 2 characters from the cast are hosting a stage, as well as a small selection of themed microgames in a random order. You have 4 lives on each stage, and you lose a life when you fail a microgame. If you lose all lives, you restart the stage. There'll be 2 instances where the game will speed up, which may catch you off guard, especially when you're unfamiliar with the microgames. At the end of each stage, you'll face the boss, where you play 1 more microgame that's a bit more challenging with no time limit. When you do complete a stage, you can return back and redo it all again, only this time it'll loop endlessly until all lives are lost. The speed will increase until maximum, boss stages will give you 1-ups, and the difficulty of microgames will increase time from level 1 being the easiest to level 3 being the hardest. Now that you know a bit about the WarioWare series, let's start on what Move It is all about. The story starts off with Wario driving his motorbike in Diamond City. He sees a fast food restaurant doing a promotion with the big prize being a holiday trip to an island. He quickly starts drawing until he gets the winning ticket. Apparently the trip is for 20 people, so Wario calls his employees over and they set off to the island on a cruise ship suited and booted for the vacation. Currently, there's not a lot of information about the story. However, there's this small detail on the official English website that says, help Wario complete a series of lightning fast minigames to escape the Wood Watchers. So it sounds like Wario is going to encounter the inhabitants of the island, and there's most likely going to be some shenanigans between the two. His friends, on the other hand, are going to have their own individual story, just like in the previous games. However, there might be a chance that they all get roped in Wario's story later on. Next, the gameplay. As said before, Move It is said to be the successor to Smooth Moves, and that's because it incorporates the Wii Remote's motion controls. Smooth Moves introduced forms, which made the player hold the Wii Remote in a certain way. There was the remote control, the chauffeur, the elephant, and it had a guy introducing these forms in a tranquil narration. There were 19 forms, and all the microgames used one of those forms. Move It is bringing back these forms, taking advantage of the Joy-Con's motion controls. When the game got announced in a Nintendo Direct back in September, 8 forms were shown, like the hand model, where you point the Joy-Con's infrared sensor in front of your hand, and my favorite form, the Bakor. I mean, look at that form, no explanations needed. If you check out the official Japanese website, you'll see majority, if not all forms that'll be in the game, and if you count them all, there should be at least 18 forms, 1 away from Smooth Moves, although there could be more. Also, it has been confirmed that Move It will have over 200 microgames, similar to Smooth Moves which had 205. It looks like most of them are new, but I have seen the odd 1 or 2 microgame that's based on an old one with a brand new look and redesign for the motion controls. Additionally, Move It will have extra stages like the Variety Towers that includes All Mixed Up, where you play every microgame randomly with increasing speed and difficulty, Super Hard, where you play every microgame on the highest speed, and Thrill Ride, where you play every microgame on their 3rd difficulty level with only 1 life. In the Japanese Move It trailer, other modes were shown, featuring Dr. Krygor and Mike tracking the player's movement to calories, which is similar to the calorimeter in Smooth Moves. Katanana has a mode where one player plays microgames and the other tries to keep the screen open, and another 2-player mode with Young Cricket and Master Mantis are similar to the Battle Time from Gold and Duelist Maximus from Get It Together. There will also be a local co-op and party mode in Move It. You can play through the story with 2 players if you have another pair of Joy-Con controllers, and you can play the party mode with up to 4 players, each using 1 controller. The party mode has 5 modes to choose from. There's Galactic Conquest, a board game party mode, Reduce and March, where players must reach the goal without getting caught by Medusa, a boxing survival mode where you play until the last one is standing, similar to Survival Fever in Mega Party games on the GameCube, a mode based on Listen to the Doctor for Mega Party games, where the Doctor orders you to do an action, followed by a microgame which you have to complete while doing said action. And lastly, there's a 2v2 mode where 2 players on the same team play a microgame, and the other 2 have to guess which one is actually playing the microgame. Which brings us to the question, should you buy WarioWare Move It? But before all that, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts on the game. Your support will be greatly appreciated. If you're a big fan of the WarioWare series, it's definitely a must buy, and if you're new to the series, I would actually say this is a good place to start. There isn't much continuity aside from characters reappearing. Their individual stories are self-contained, so you don't have to play every game to pick this one up. And I think the series in general does a good job showcasing them. The game costs about £40 full price, although if you find a better price elsewhere, go for it. I think people would agree that Smooth Moves is one of the best games in the series, and the fact that Move It is basically a modern version of it, with the new forms, microgames, and the co-op and party modes on top of it, I think this game will meet expectations, and it's a great entry to newcomers. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Everything You Need to Know Before You Buy. I'll be releasing another Everything You Need to Know video on the 2nd or maybe 3rd of November, so make sure to subscribe and check out the channel for more. And as always, I'll see you guys next time and catch you guys later. Take care.